Good morning, maker friends. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day already. I'm really excited to be here. If you don't know me, my name is Kerri, and I run a YouTube channel called Mama Dares to DIY. I have a lot of fun and new and exciting stuff that is going to be happening very soon over there. So if you're not already subscribed, you definitely want to head on over there and check that out. I'm also on all of the other social media sites as Mama Dares to DIY. Y'all, I'm here today because I'm going to get y'all in the mood for fall. I know it's not officially fall yet, or at least I don't think it is anyway. Living in Florida, it's a little bit hard to tell sometimes. But I'm going to be playing around with the Pumpkin Patch Stencil today. Isn't this adorable? I do live in Florida and it is still really warm here, so I'm not totally into the fall mood at the moment, but I know by the time I finish up with all of these fun projects I've got planned for y'all, I definitely will be. Let me know down in the comments below where you're joining us from. Also, are you watching us live or are you catching us on the replay? What do you see yourself making with this stencil? Let me give you another close-up look at it. Let's look at the back. So we've got the Welcome to the Pumpkin Patch. And then we've also got this one that says, it's upside down. It says, I'm just here for the pie. And then we've got pumpkin spice everything. Isn't that cute? Now, the size of the Welcome to Our Pumpkin Patch is 5.5 by 8.5 in size. And then for the other two, you're going to have two stencils on one sheet. So these are going to be about a 4 by 5.5. I've got a couple of projects planned for y'all today. So I'm going to adjust my camera really fast and we're going to get started. Okay, y'all, here is our workspace. I should have refilled my coffee before we got started because my cup is completely empty. So we have got to get started so I can get a refill. Now, you can see here I've got one of our projects laid out, and this is a little cutout that I picked up from my Dollar Tree. I'm going to stain this today, and I'm going to be using the Auburn Mahogany stain from Amy Howard at Home. Y'all, this is a gel stain, but guess what? It's a water-based gel stain. Look at this rich and pretty color. If you have never used these gel stains before, y'all, you're totally missing out. Guess what? No more nasty, hard cleanup. You don't have to use those nasty mineral spirits. This is water-based, and it is fantastic. Let me show you how easy this is to use. Look at that pretty color. I'm going to put this on with one of our Maker Studio foam brushes today. And I just want to show you how easy this is to work. I've gone ahead and done one ahead of time just so you could, so it would already be dry. But I wanted to show you how pretty this was and how easy this is to work with. We're just going to apply this with our foam brush. And I like to go with the grain of the wood. You want to make sure that your stain soaks into all of the little cracks and divots that you might have in your wood. I'm going to go over the whole thing, but I won't do it all on camera because I've actually done one ahead of time for us. Well, I said I wasn't going to do it all on camera, but I think I will. Look how pretty this is. This color is absolutely beautiful. It's a very rich color. Look at how easy that was. So once this soaks in for a few minutes, then we're just going to take a cotton rag and we're going to wipe off the excess. I'm not going to do that on camera because I've already got my other one done from earlier. Can you see the difference? This one is dry and this one is the one that we just did. Isn't that pretty? Super easy. You definitely want to grab some of this gel stain, y'all. Okay, so that part is done. So now we're going to take our stencils. These stencils are so adorable, y'all. I want to take these out so you can see the other two that are in the package. So this is the one I'm going to put on our pumpkin today. And then look at these other two. Pumpkin, spice, and everything nice, cute. And then I'm just here for the pie. This is me. I love me some pie. Okay, not going to use these just yet though, so I'm just going to lay these over to the side. But again, this is the sign that I did earlier today. It came from my Dollar Tree. It was $1. Let's take our stencil. And y'all, I just love these mesh stencils. Look how easy that is. So easy. Everything stays together. You don't have to worry about piecing any of these little pieces together. Your mesh stencils are held together by this mesh film that's in the middle of this. It makes it reusing your stencils so easy. So let's just try to center this up. If you are not very good at centering, or if it really bothers you, you might want to grab your measuring tape and kind of measure. But I'll be totally honest, y'all, I don't. I'm just an eyeballer. It's not that big a deal to me, but if it is to you, then definitely measure your distances. Now, when we work with our stencils, it's super important that we burnish our stencil in. And what that means is we want to take it and we want to rub all of the stencil onto the material that we're putting it on. When you do that, you're going to make sure that your stencil is adhered to your surface really, really well, and we won't get any bleed through. It's also super important, if you have a freshly painted surface, you want to make sure that you've let it set for at least 24 hours. If you try to do it earlier than that, then you might have your stencil won't stick very good, or your paint is going to come up, and we definitely don't want that. So if you are working with the stains or any of our one-step paints, you definitely want to make sure that you do that ahead of time. Now, I'm not going to put this little pumpkin here. It's super cute, but for this project, I'm going to put a bow and some lamb's ear on this, so I'm not going to do our little pumpkins here. If you are uncomfortable with leaving this, or if you think you might accidentally get this on there, you can put some blue painter's tape over any area that you don't want your chalk paste to get on, but I'm going to try my best not to get it on there. Now I'm going to go in with the Peace and Joy chalk paste. I'm going to use one of our little scrapers. And I'm just going to go in with our chalk paste. This is going to be a really, really quick project. I hope I have time to do all of the other projects. Now you can see I was not very careful. That might show through that I did get a little piece there, but you know what? It's crafting, it's fun. I'm not even going to worry about it. So we're just going to push our chalk paste through all of our stencil. I'm going to make sure that you have all of your stencil covered. If you can still see brown or whatever color your project is underneath, then that means you have not covered that stencil entirely. I'm a big fan of the scrapers. I like to cut my scraper, but Amy has also come out with the new silicone scrapers as well. And look how fun these are. I didn't want to use this one because I didn't know if I would be able to keep it off of that little part right there. But I just want to show you how fun these are to work with. Okay, so now let's pick it up. Look how cute that is. Now, it's super important to go ahead and wash your stencils out. If you're doing a couple of projects like I'm doing today, you just want to have a bucket of water and you just want to go ahead and drop that stencil in there so your paint cannot dry in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm dropping this down into my water now. So let's put our top back on our chalk paste. This is so stinking cute. I love it. I'll show you what I've got in mind for this. So I'm going to add in a cute little buffalo plaid bow. Isn't that cute? And then I'll put some lamb's ear on this too. I'm not going to do this on camera for y'all today, but this is what it's going to look like. Isn't that cute? I've actually got another piece of lamb's ear. I love lamb's ear. When I find this at Walmart, I usually try to grab all that they have got, because when it gets closer to the holidays, it is super hard to find. And I'll just hot glue this down, and y'all look how easy that project was. You would never know that this came from the Dollar Tree, would you? So cute. So I'm going to move this project out of the way, and we're going to do another one. So for the next project, this is something else that I also picked up from the Dollar Tree. This used to be black, and I went in and I painted it with some of my one-step paint. I don't have the color right in front of me, but I will go back and look for it. I think it might have been Indian Summer. I may be wrong, but I think it was one of the Color of the Month Club. Maybe Marty or Amy can know right off the top of their head. But I did this for another project for a maker studio earlier this year, and I love this color. It turned out so pretty. And y'all, for this, I'm just going to go in with a piece of cardstock that I cut that's going to fit down inside here. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut this really quickly, because that's what I like to do when I've got several stencils on one page. I'm going to use this stencil for another project as long as we've got time. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. This is so adorable. So again, this is just plain basic cardstock. Didn't quite get that centered. That's the hardest part for me, is trying to get everything centered and even and level and all of that fun stuff. And I'm still going to be using my ChalkArt today. And I wanted to go in with a couple of different colors for this one. I'm going to still burnish in that stencil. I'm going to do Preaching to the Choir first. This is going to be our black color. And I'm just going to go in on certain parts of my stencil. Let's see. I'm going to get a little bit ambitious here. Let's see if I can do this. And actually, I forgot that Amy has this nice little tool here. Let's see if we can get this to work. This is part of that new silicone tools. And this is like a pencil. It's like a silicone pencil. Isn't that fun? You can definitely save time by just doing one color, but I'm kind of feeling adventurous today. Have you got all of your pumpkins out yet? I admit, sometimes living at the beach, it's a little hard to get into a Christmas or a fall spirit when it's still 100 degrees outside. If you're just now joining us, I would love to know where you're from. How is your weather today? Are y'all ready for fall? I've got my chalk paste on the side here and I'm trying to get it off. There we go. And don't forget, if you are afraid you might get your chalk paste on something you don't want it to, then definitely put a little bit of painter's tape on any area that you don't want it to get on. So now let's go in with our orange color, and this is called Mind Your Manners. Amy has some of the most fun names for all of her paints, doesn't she? Oh, I should have done that black too. Whoopsie, I'll have to go back. I just love orange and turquoise together. That's my color combination. If you follow me on YouTube, you know how much I love turquoise. Like, my whole house has turquoise in it. What colors do y'all like to decorate for fall? Do you do traditional or do you put something a little more modern in there? I like to be different. And I mean, let's be honest, turquoise goes with everything, right? Now, if you don't trust yourself, you can also wait for this paint to dry, and then you can line your stencil back up and you can put your other colors down that way. You could definitely do that. Okay, let's do everything nice in this same orange color. I thought about doing it turquoise, but that might be a bit ambitious. Let's just do it orange. This is a pretty orange. Don't forget, y'all, somebody is going to win this stencil. Is it going to be you? The only way to know is to tag a couple of your friends' names, and that way you have the chance to win. We want everybody to join us today for all the fun. Okay, so now let's pick this up. Look how cute that is. And again, take care of your stencils. Go ahead and drop this in water before your paint has a chance to dry. Look how cute that is. So now we're just gonna clip this onto our little Dollar Tree little sign here. And I want to jazz it up just a little bit with a little buffalo plaid ribbon. Just want to tie a simple little bow, and then I'll hot glue it right there at the top. Something as simple as a little bow just makes a big difference, and it kind of, those little extra steps just kind of help to make your projects a little more special, don't you think? And I mean, let's face it, buffalo plaid is just so much fun. Okay. I don't have my hot glue gun plugged up, or I would go ahead and glue this on for y'all. But let's dovetail the ends. So cute. Look at how cute that is. That little bow just makes a huge difference, doesn't it? I love how this turned out. I am working on a tiered tray right now that's going to be pumpkin spice theme, and this is going to be the perfect thing to go with it. I love these colors together. Okay, so now we've got time for one more project, y'all. Okay, for our last project, I'm just going to use a chalkboard. This is one that I like to change out for a lot of the different seasons, and I'm going to use I'm Just Here for the Pie. This is so cute. So my thought is to use this on my dessert table. I usually make several different pies for Thanksgiving Day dinner, and I like to have a dessert table. This will be perfect if you've got friends or family that are going to be contributing to your meal. You can write what everybody's bringing down here. That way you don't have to tell everybody 100 times what's for dessert. We're going to do just like we did with our other projects, and we're going to burnish in that stencil. Besides cleaning your stencil, burnishing in that stencil is one of the most important things. So I'm going to use our Heavens to Betsy chalk art for this. And I'm going to go in with one of the new silicone scrapers. Y'all, this color is absolutely beautiful. The contrast with the black is so pretty. Don't forget, somebody's going to win this stencil. Is it going to be you? The only way you can enter is to tag a couple of your friends' names down in those comments. Okay, so I think we've got it all covered. Give it one more swipe just to be sure. And y'all, this project's done. Look how cute that is. Isn't that color beautiful? Again, it's called Heavens to Betsy. Isn't that adorable? So let's take, oh, before I forget, let me drop this down into my water so I don't mess up my stencil. That is super duper important, y'all. So let's get everything back up here and take one final look at all of the projects we did today. Weren't these super quick? So again, if you're just now joining us, this is what I'm going to put on my dessert table. I'm going to write everybody's names of the desserts that they're bringing, and it's going to be super duper cute. This is a little sign that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I painted with one of our Amy Howard One Step paints, and it goes really nicely with our Heavens to Betsy paint, doesn't it? This is going to go on my new tiered tray that I have designed. It's going to be really, really cute. And then last but not least, I've got a new door hanger that I still need to glue down because I did not have my glue gun turned on before we got started today. But y'all, look how cute this is going to be. Isn't that adorable? I love how all of the projects turned out, and they were all super, super easy. Which one of these projects is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to let me know, did you watch us live or did you catch it on a replay? And also let me know what you plan to do with this Pumpkin Patch stencil. This is one of my favorite stencils because it is so, so cute. that does it for our projects today, y'all. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this morning. I had a fantastic time. I really hope y'all did too. And don't forget, if you want a chance to win the stencil for your very own, tag a couple of your friends' names down in those comments below and tell them they should check out what we're doing over here at A Maker Studio. I've got to run. I've got a ton of stuff that I've got to get done today. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.